Hi, my name is Dr. Robin Abramczyk, and I'm a general dentist in Heath, Texas. The name of my practice is Smile Ranch Dentistry, and we practice at Smile Ranch with an integrative and holistic approach. I'm here today with our blog writer, Michael McNeil.
How are you?
And today we're here talking to you about self-care and the ways that we can mitigate stress in our lives. And so, Michael, what are some tips that you would like to offer to our viewers?
So probably number one thing is to slow down. And I know it sounds funny and maybe a little cliche, but I think that we become so busy in life and we become so stressed out that we don't know what it is to just stop for a minute and find a quiet place. And my favorite scripture is, "Be still and know that I'm God."
That's awesome.
And so a lot of times if we just find a quiet place, whatever that is to you. So for me, I have a quiet place in my bathtub, so I make a salt bath and I go and I relax just for me, and I turn on peaceful music and I just sit there and I just thank God for being still and being quiet, and it gives me a minute to reflect on everything that's happening in my life. And that's so important because we live in a world where I say it's compound stress. I mean, we're doing so many things every day to add stress to stress. And a lot of times, you know, like yourself in practice, a mom, all these things, just very, very intense life. It's so important to slow down and just take into account that you need that love. You need to be poured back into. And so I would just suggest is finding that place.
That's awesome.
Yeah, finding that quiet place. And there's a lot of things too, like massage is important, like going to get a massage or going on a date night. Just finding time where you can enjoy yourself outside of all the stresses is so important, because we know stress manifests so many sicknesses in the body. And I'm coming to believe that I would say at least 90% of conditions out there are stress related.
Yeah.
And we don't.
Or exacerbated by stress.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's very interesting. So the way that I do daily, I incorporate it into my life, is early morning meditation. I do prayer meditation and I read in the Bible in the mornings. And that works for me. I don't have time the rest of the day, and really I don't have time. So very, very hard for me to find time to go get a massage, but that morning time is critical, and that's the way I start out my day. I do not turn on my cell phone. I focus on my meditation and my prayer before I get going on my day.
I love that. Yeah, and I do the same thing. So meditation for me is usually at night before I go to bed, because I reflect on my day. And a lot of times I want to make sure, because we're out there helping people or we're out there speaking to a lot of people, that, you know, I like to reflect on what did I say that day? How did I help those people? How to, you know, and make sure that the information I'm given is accurate. And if I have to go back and correct things, just to make sure that there's peace there in all of those relationships too. And just to make sure that, you know, my relationship with God is at peace between Him and I. And that way when I go to bed, I can kind of let go of all those cares of the world and rest peacefully. Because sleep is like the number one de-stressor ever. And to calm yourself down, like I said, turn your cell phone off, get rid of technology. When you're going to go to sleep, don't watch TV. Just calm down and have that quiet time. It's so important, and we need that so much in our day, for sure.
So in people who are really busy, say if you have a business or you're a very busy professional and you have kids, that is the challenge, is finding the time. And so my suggestion would be to be creative with the time. So for me, that would be early in the morning. There are other people that like to do it before they pick up their kids or after kids are at their activities, if you can do something during that time, or even after bedtime. So it's really important to be creative and look at your life and where can you fit in that time where you can de-stress.
For sure.
Absolutely. So wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.